Bro, what the fuck?
Whoa!
Yeah. Yeah. Hey. I just wanna touch the top, baby said that she in love and she don't love the lie. Been chillin' with all the bros, I've been above the spot. Shawty said that things change, well it does a lot. Hey, watching out the payment, man, the suds is high. Yeah, lost inside the heart, but it's emerging right. I've been out the way and I'm good, I can find my home. Everything I said it was is not. Yeah, Jamaica, how you layin'? Yeah, you ain't say none, what you saying, baby? I lost you, but who's paying? Don't know why you hit my phone, why you playing? Yeah, I can't handle it without the trusting, yeah. I can see the top, I wanna touch it, yeah. We been getting money, no discussion. I don't let the top of shorty always get the fussy, yeah. Hey, I like to cruise on it. Say she like the way I sound and how I groove on them. I been steady dodging bullets, how I move on them. But he talking out his neck and not a crew on them, yeah. And I'm sliding, shawty like the vibe, don't want the ride to end, yeah. To the nice end, yeah. To the nice end, I can always keep the cool, I'm never fighting. Man, I love us all the cake without the icing. Now I found new love, different pricing. And it won't cost my soul, no devices. Yeah, I ain't got a plan for it, I'm the man for it. Selling Brody couldn't stand for it, it's very important. I've been up the edge, I've been feeling the wind blowing. I can lose my head and my heart, but they been gone. I just hit the edge of stairs when it's dead time. I just lost promises, I regret mine. I just gained a lot of love on the west side. I'm the go, but I would never be the best guy. You might take me out of business like a Best Buy. Talk about the go to maybe soon, I know that's right. Yeah. Talk about the go to maybe soon, I know that's right. Thinking about the future, looking good, and it's the best side.
Welcome back to Rabbitized Sports Podcast, Season 3, Episode 57. We are back. The playoffs are still fully in motion when it comes to puck and to basketball, but we are going to kick off the podcast with just me and Jesse because I made a fuck up, forgot about the Saturday pod, didn't contact Jesse. Baseball was forgotten about. So we're going to kick things off right away and just give you the last week and a half of baseball. So, very first thing that I just want to get into, because this was last week's Player of the Week, I gave Jesse a couple extra days to think about his. Patrick Wisdom was mine. So the very first Player of the Week that I just want to point out is Patrick Wisdom, who before he went into Los Angeles in his 7 games was hitting 8 hits, 5 home runs with a 296 average, a 900 slugging, and a 400 OBP. And then he went into LA and hit 2 more home runs in that series. So Patrick Wisdom, who's currently 3rd in the MLB in home runs, is my Player of the Week. Jesse, you got somebody for the people?
The entire pitching unit of Seattle. Still holding on. Still only having 4 losses. Go you.
Seattle? You mean Toronto or Tampa Bay?
Yeah, Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa Bay. I would say that I agree. Because I was going to say, Seattle, they literally just lost their pitcher to Tommy John today, and that's Robbie Ray. Fucking tough.
Love that.
So, you hate to see that. But now let's get into all the news that has been going on, starting with what I sent Tyler originally. Fernando Tatis Jr. returns tomorrow, and as of today, he's already returned. I sent Tyler this headline because I had it like 2 weeks ago, so this is my fuck up, not his. That's my fuck up for that headline. That's on me. But Fernando, I just wanted to take credit that that's on me and not on Ty. So Fernando Tatis Jr., who has already came back, was hitting 11 for 23. He had 6 home runs. He had 18 RBIs, and that was in AAA. So he comes into the MLB, and obviously his first game he goes 0 for 4. Then his second game he gets a dinger. And then his third game he's at Wrigley Field getting steroid chants doing dances. He's officially back. He's played 3 games, and Fernando Tatis Jr. is here. I mean, Jesse, are you excited? How do you feel? I know it's the Padres. So try to just take that out of everything.
I've been talking this smack because they didn't have Tatis. And because even though I knew when Tatis got back, I still don't think they're going to win the championship. And the amount of times I've said that is literally going to...
Let's shrink it. Let's shrink it, okay?
No. I don't even know what you're talking about, shrinking.
I'm saying let's shrink it, okay? Do you think they win the division? Or do you think the Dodgers do? Because I'm telling you right now, it's going to be one of them. I don't care. Arizona's not winning the division. I would love it.
I was going to say someone else would disagree.
I would love it. It's not happening. Okay? They're going to finish third best.
It'll be the Padres.
Okay, so you think that even though with this, they'll have the talent to win the division and they'll go choke and Ploffs.
They'll have the talent to win. They have the talent to win
Correct.
the championship. That's
true.
Beyond the problem. I just think some bats start getting a little less contact once it comes around to that time.
I would have to say that that's been a trend.
Their bullpen is good, but it is not phenomenal.
It's decent. I'd say decent.
I mean, you got Blake. That's all you got.
Musgrove when he wants to.
Joe, when he's 4 or 5 innings.
Right. Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. But obviously, he hasn't even been back a week. We'll see. We'll see if San Diego starts going up or they stay the same. All right. Another thing that we have is the A's are having a possum problem. You're probably not fucking surprised because it's an absolute shitter. But trust me, this is a two-parter. So the first thing we have to talk about is the A's had a possum problem where the Mets broadcast team could not perform the broadcast in the booth because a possum jumped down from the ceiling and there was a possum infestation. So they had to do they had to go to a couple rooms like next door, jam themselves into some small booth and call a fucking baseball game at the Oakland Coliseum, which just sucks. So good for at least the Mets won. So those guys at least got a small victory out of that day, but Oakland's facility is god-awful. They have more security guards there than they do fans. And the two-parter that I was talking about, the A's have begun the season 4-17, which is the worst in franchise history. Fuck it. Let's make it a three-parter because it has also been in talks and rumors more than any other, of it actually happening, of the A's to Vegas. It is looking like every move is signaling that it's happening because they have officially sent out a deal to build a baseball facility in Vegas for the A's, and they're already talking about it. I think that with the way the stadium's looking, the way the fan support is looking, the way the team is looking, everything is pointing to this relocation.
They've had a bunch of events in Vegas already in the last 4 to 10 years.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, in my opinion, I think that the way that everything's happening, every direction's pointing for this relocation to happen sooner than later. What do you think?
Yeah, no, they're definitely going to end up in Vegas. They no longer care about the stadium, and that's why they have a possum problem because they already know the stadium's going to get done something with, but they're not playing athletics anymore.
I mean, you have one of the oldest stadiums in the league, and it's not nostalgic.
No, of course.
That's hard to do, bro. It's hard to have an old stadium because you think about it, the oldest stadiums in the MLB you can name off the top of your head. Fenway and Wrigley, right? Yeah. And the nostalgia that comes with them. Then you got the Oakland Coliseum, and it just seems like you look at it, and it's almost like Washington's Field, where you're just like, God damn, it's been 30 years too long. This should have been destroyed by now. It's insane. But moral of the story is Oakland sucks, and it's going to be very soon until they are now in Vegas. And I think that
the facilities are like.
I think the facilities in Oakland right now are probably standard, run-of-the-mill, nothing special, nothing exciting. You walk in there and it's one of the few places where you don't get excited to play ball. It probably feels more like work. That's how I would think of it. And when you're 4-18, I think they stand right now 4-19. It's gonna make it a little more difficult. Quickly, we will talk about Pablo Lopez. He got a 4-year, $73.5 million extension with the Twins. Pablo obviously was with that trade with Miami. Luis Ariz, leading the league in batting average. Pablo Lopez, top 5 in ERA. Looks like a pretty damn good trade, both sides to me. Both teams are paying out pretty fucking well from it. Yeah, so
good for everybody in that one.
Exactly. I think that this extension, you'll probably see something similar with Ariz. That's just me. If you're Miami, you got to jump on him with it while he's young. I mean, he's one of the best hitters, if not the best, just contact hitter in the league.
Got big paid?
I mean, he should get paid enough to where I don't want to say he's going to get some massive deal, but next couple of years he should be in Miami, and there should be no reason that they can't do that. Another thing that happened is this happened, it seems like a while ago now, but Max Scherzer, 10-game suspension. He still is suspended, I believe, for another series. And here is how the suspension went. So there was last year when everyone was talking about the sticky substance situation about throwing and pitching and this and that. There was a man named Trevor Bauer, one of my favorite pitchers in the current era, who made a video on his YouTube, 8 minutes long, and all he did was show you that by using sweat and rosin bags that they give you in the MLB, and sweat that is from your human body, you can make the ball stick. You can create a substance just by using that to where the ball sticks. So most people in the baseball world know that, okay, sweat and rosin will put a little something on the ball. You know what I mean? Give a little extra spin. Max Scherzer was doing that in the game, the entire inning, the final inning that he was suspended. So when the umpires came over and were like, what are you using? And they were checking him, and they were like, no, your hand is sticky. And he was going, this is rosin, because you could see powder on the bottom of his hand. And he was saying, and I swear on my kid's life, this is sweat. I swear on my kid's life, it's sweat and rosin. I wouldn't lie to you. It's sweat and rosin.
Okay, I thought
it's not you.
Hurt.
It's not you.
So as he's going sweat and rosin, put it on my kids' lives. They got him out of there.
They still got him out of there.
But he got 10-game suspension for that?
Yeah.
Or did something happen after?
No, they literally suspended him 10 games for that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like they owe him money.
It does sound like they owe him money, especially because they provided him the rosin and he provided the sweat, and that's what made the sticky substance.
So, not a sticky substance, it's rosin watered down.
Exactly.
It's powder and water. Water from
and that
my
makes
body.
Stick. All right. Well, there's still a fair amount of baseball here and no fair amount of Dylan. So what I'm going to do is my best. All right. That's not it. Devin Williams. Oh, okay. Hold on. He's going to save me here. Here we go.
All right, I had technical difficulties, but I restarted my Wi-Fi and we're back. But what I was saying is, and I'm pretty sure you probably already finished it, sweat and rosin was the entire reason why he was ejected, and it was complete bullshit, in all honesty. There was no reason he should have got ejected. He said the same thing after the game. His manager defended him, and the entire organization defended him, because sweat and rosin is completely legal in the MLB, and it was complete bullshit. That's what I got to say.
He got a 10-day for that?
He got a 10-day for that. Which I just think is...
Hey, like Devin Williams, it's time to change up.
Devin Williams, it's time to change up. He has thrown 59 changeups this season, and every single changeup has had at least 17 inches of horizontal break, and they're calling him the Airbender, which is one of the hardest nicknames.
He also came in today and went 1-2-3 on the Tigers.
No surprise there.
Has he always thrown changeups?
Yes, but
he basically only throws a fastball and a changeup.
That is what he has loose in his arsenal too. He used to throw a slider. Yep. He doesn't really throw anymore.
No, he doesn't throw it anymore. He has 2 pitches, and he still fucks everybody up.
The Airbender is one of the hardest nicknames I've heard in a while, so got to give props to him.
That's dicey.
That's really sick, and also, I mean, he leads the league for reliever strikeouts right now. So, Devin Williams is on a fucking roll.
He's been always. You bring him in after, well, if Corbin has a good game, you bring in Williams, you damn near lock the whole game down.
And you could do the same with Woodruff.
Yep.
Both of them. So I think that Devin Williams, because it was always great when before they lost Hader, they would have that 1-2-3, and it was unreal. So another team that we have to talk about that we were probably not expecting to be talking about is the Pittsburgh Pirates. They are 12-7 right now. For the first time since 2019, they have 33 runs in. They had 33 runs in a 3-game series. That is the Airbender, making us and other people look stupid. That was Kike. That is 17-inch horizontal break on the changeup. That's insane. They've had 9 consecutive quality starts for the first time since 2015, and Andrew McCutchen is leading the way, slashing .310, .417, and .586. And to top it off, they just gave Brian Reynolds an 8-year, $106.75 million extension.
He deserved all of that.
I agree. So these fucking Pirates, let's talk about them. I mean, we said they were starting hot, but this is pretty damn hot.
I was checking division leaders because I was bored. And I was like, oh, okay, Pitt. You're bowling. You're having a good start.
Oh, yeah. Pittsburgh's having fun. They're a fun team right now. And the thing is that if the Buccos start off hot and even 500 to the deadline, they're going to buy. And then things are going to get very interesting. Because if Pittsburgh shows they're a contender at the deadline, you know who else is going to be a contender at the deadline?
Who?
The Cubs. You know who else is going to be a contender at that deadline?
Who?
The Cardinals. You know who they all are? Same division.
Yes.
And I don't think Miami's going to sit there and watch it all happen. So I'm just saying there could be some fucking chaos if things stay the way, they continue to go. Which I'm all here for. I love the chaos.
I don't want it in that division.
That division is gonna be something. And then there's just gonna be Cincinnati.
Hi, Reds.
Hi, guys.
You have Jonathan India, and that's it.
That's all we can do. Exactly. But I want to talk about something because we got a lot of teams that are on hot starts, Jesse. So I wanted to say for you, and then I'll say mine, which of these teams do you think has the best chance of making the postseason this year? Okay. Miami, 10-9. The Brewers, 14-5. Texas, 12-6. Orioles, 11-7. Arizona, 11-8. Minnesota, 11-7. The Cubs, 11-6, or the Pirates, 12-7. Which of those 8 teams do you think has the best chance right now of making the postseason? And this isn't going to be luck.
It was. Oh my God, you said so many teams so fast that the team that I wanted to remember, I can't remember.
Miami, Baltimore, Rangers, Minnesota,
Texas.
That I'm honestly surprised. Because you know where I'm at?
Biased opinion out of it and didn't say Baltimore because
you know what's crazy is I'm taking Baltimore. So you don't have to do that because I'm taking Baltimore.
I still have to do that.
I'm taking Baltimore because I think Baltimore out of these teams is going to be a team that a lot of people are going to expect to fall off, and they're going to keep going. And they're going to keep staying 500 and above 500, and they're in a harder division, and it's going to be a lot more difficult to pull it off, but I'm going to say Baltimore. We have a couple more things here, and then we'll be done with baseball. So, the Rays have homered in 21 straight games to open the season. That's a new MLB record. Nobody's ever done that. Shout out to the Rays. Next thing. Did you see this? Drew Smyly had a perfect game. He went 7 innings, 2/3. He was less than 7 outs away from a perfect game. Ground ball hit towards Drew. His catcher piggybacks him, jumps over his back. Both men fall. And the ball's right there. Base hit. Perfect game's over. I literally just wanted to talk about that because I felt so fucking bad for the man. I remember when Drew was pitching it for the Tigers like 10 years ago, and the fact that his old ass is still out here throwing and he almost threw a perfect game is insane to me. And go ahead.
No. That's all I had.
I was going to say, for it to be taken away like that, you hate to see it. Come on now. Get the fuck out of it. Dude, I'd be so pissed. I don't care what anyone says. I get back to the locker room. His final stat line, 1 hit total. I get back to that locker room, bro. I get in the dugout. It's not okay. They're going to ask me, Drew, are you fine? I'm not fine.
Be like, don't talk to me.
I'm not fine.
I'm going to act like I don't know his name. And when Buddy comes to talk to me,
I think it was Katrini.
I don't want to talk to him.
No BS. Final thing we have for the MLB is there's a lot of sellies going on. A lot of home run celebrations. There's a lot of good ones, too. I'm not going to go through the list and just name off all of these. I'm just going to ask you, Jesse, straight up, which is your favorite? We got a lot of them. We got from the Mariners. We got from the Angels to the Braves, even our own Tigers. We have, right now, I'd say 15 celebrations. And you're allowed to be biased.
Right now, extremely biased is the Tigers one.
I knew you'd probably feel that one because
Put on the wings bucket, take a fucking clapper, baby.
Take a clapper. That's what they do. Jesse, you can also be biased because we did talk about your Orioles and their
Don't say like I'm not a Tigers fan first.
Okay, but like you are also just as much an Orioles fan.
I need to get that laid in the foundation.
Okay, it's here now and first. Okay, Tigers,
it's like football.
Orioles.
My black and orange team is my second team, but my home team wears blue.
Got you. I got you. You haven't answered the question.
Give it to Baltimore. I would have said it, but then you wanted to open your mouth and point it out. It was coming. Jesus, sorry, I don't talk fast enough. Who the fuck is that guy? Sorry, I won't talk that slow ever again. My bad.
I gotta give it to the Angels because they were the first ones to do it, and that samurai helmet is absolutely insane. And then also I gotta give it to the Mariners because the Trojan makes the most sense. That fucking the spear Trojan thing. This is the best photo I can give you that they're using. It's pretty fucking sick. So and it makes the most sense like for their team. There's only a couple teams that actually make sense, like Detroit. So
I think you need a little help. It's called a trident.
Trident. I said Trojan, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. All right, but that is the MLB news. That is all the MLB that we have. So now,
but I left it.
I appreciate it, Jesse. So we can hop right into playoffs.
What's going on, guys? Tyco here, taking a quick break in the action to tell you about sixpackcoverage.com. You can go on there and check out all your favorite sports, finance, food and travel, fitness, and entertainment podcasts. They've got it all on there, as well as content from all of your favorite colleges, with more on the way and more added every day. So make sure you check that out, as well as the merchandise tab. Be sure to get all of your six-pack coverage gear at the merch tab there with the hats, flags, all that good stuff. Make sure you guys check it out today, sixpackcoverage.com.
NHL, baby.
Is Luke here?
There's been some high-scoring games. There's been some
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know where he is, but he's not here.
I'm going to try one time live, and if there's no answer, there's no answer.
Okay.
I also want to point out, ladies and gentlemen, he was on Instagram 21 minutes ago.
You did point this out.
Not getting called on the shot.
Hello?
Hey, Luke, we're about to go into NHL playoffs. Are you able to do so?
I mean, I'm currently in the shower at the moment.
All right, would you like us to do NBA and then go to NHL?
Wow.
Yeah.
He must have been.
All right, sounds good. He said, I'll be quick. Do NBA first.
Well, folks,
He's in the fucking shower.
I could hear the water. I heard the water running. I was like, wait, okay. I don't know how to properly transition, so you guys get this and then play.
Sports bettors, you need to download Sharps, the better social network. With Sharps mobile app, you can tail your friends' bets with one click. See a bet you like? Just click the whale tail icon and boom, it will open in your corresponding sportsbook. Sharps securely connects to major sportsbooks like FanDuel, MGM, Caesars, and more. So you can not only track your bets, but share your bets in creative ways. So gather the degens, download Sharps for free, and join our fast-growing sports betting community.
I must say, like normal videos, and like I always be like, damn, I wonder who's the guy talking. It's crazy that like I actually know who's talking through the ad.
It's true. You've met him.
Yep.
I can't believe Luke's in the shower.
That's a really good point.
Luke knows pods at 6:30 and just decided to take a 7 o'clock shower. I just think that's hilarious. I'm sorry.
Yeah, when you saw he was on Instagram, that was probably the pre-shower poop. You know,
I know how those are.
have to.
All right, we got a little something just before we get into the playoffs because we had some awards that were announced. Coach of the Year, Mike Brown, Sacramento Kings. First time in fucking 2001 they've been to the playoffs. It makes sense. They were not only good, they were a 3 seed. I mean,
Yeah, at home field advantage.
that's what I'm saying. So I feel like, yeah, to give all the credit in the world to, the players, but also that coaching staff. So Mike Brown won Coach of the Year. Sixth Man of the Year, a.k.a. the award that no one gives a single shit about, went to Malcolm. I'm sorry, bro. People just don't care about it.
Listen,
That
is true. That is true. It is not as deep as it used to be. But when Jamal Crawford was winning it and Lou, I don't want to say Lou Will, like that's all his. Yeah, that's all his name is. It's nothing more.
Yes, that is. Yeah.
They made it exciting. But,
Okay, Jesse, let me stay on you right now. What is this going to do for Malcolm Brogdon's career now that he just won it from Boston off the bench?
Nothing. He used to be a starter. Now he's a 6 Man of the Year.
Yeah, congrats, bro. How do you think that feels, bro? If you were like a starter and then you came off the bench and then like you went 6 Man of the Year. I always thought 6 Man was the year.
All NBA second, like all defensive team too.
Right now, I look at the 6 Man award as congrats, bro. You are the best role player in the NBA. You know how to play your role. Keep doing you, man. Here's your Nick Sand participation.
When he won it, he was still playing like 35 minutes a game, but he was the 6 Man because he didn't start.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. I want to say shout out to Malcolm, but I don't care.
Keep doing you.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
keep having fun.
3-1 to the Heat because Jimmy Buckets gave you buckets.
Jimmy Buckets. I had so much fun watching that game. Last, 2 more awards. First off, Lauri Markkanen won Most Improved Player, and Lauri Markkanen will probably not even be in the league next year because we haven't talked about it. But for those that don't know, this man is going overseas. He has shaved his head. He is joining the Finnish military because I'm pretty sure it's like a requirement there by the specific age you have to serve. So he decided he was going to do it now, and he said that he might do 2 years. He might do 1. And if he does 2 years, obviously he would not be back this season. If he does 1, we'll see what happens. But Lauri Markkanen, he can say that he is the most improved player, and then he'll leave for a year, right? Then he'll come back, put up better numbers, win it again, back to back. And he'll say Finland.
Where's the improvement?
And he'll say Finland while he's at it. The Finnish people will love him.
Save them from what?
I don't know.
Nothing's going on there. Not that I know of. Schmidt hasn't said there's war or anything. I haven't heard from him.
Yeah, make sure.
I think that's something he'd tell me.
Make sure there's
Maybe I should ask.
Oh, Schmitty. Whatever, give him a text.
I might hit him up.
But you good over there, Phil?
Hey, when I text him, he replies, and he replies in English. Thank God.
Final award that we have is Paulo Banchero won Rookie of the Year. He beat out Walker Kessler, and that was where the comp level was at this year. Paulo was
Hey, Jaden Ivey finished 5th in voting.
He did finish 5th.
He got votes.
It's mad he didn't finish top 3 going into the start of this year, but based off of the way the Pistons were playing, there's no reason he should have.
Yeah, look, this is probably my last time hopping in before we talk about the Warriors game, but you can't win 17 games and get Rookie of the Year.
It's just not possible, bro. You gotta win at least 25, and that's I'm pretty sure they won 27 or 28.
And they probably had us with a juicy under 20 wins bet.
Hate to see it, but final thing we have before the playoff update. It's Linsanity in Taiwan, people. Jeremy Lin, first player ever in the Taiwan Basketball Association, dropping 50-point triple doubles. Jeremy Lin and Dwight Howard are going to get in the Taiwan Hall of Fame.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Do not disrespect Jeremy Lin.
We're not doing this. He is in Taiwan.
We are not disrespecting Jeremy Lin. I agree, Jesse.
Fuck Jeremy Lin. This nigga ain't done shit in so long, and he goes to Taiwan, which is the same place that I'm pretty sure Dwight Howard was going stupid at. Sorry if I'm mistaken, but is this not the same league?
This is the same league.
Oh, that Dwight Howard is shooting 40% from 3 or 37?
Yeah. You hear what I said? They're going to make the Hall of Fame, and you seem pretty jealous about it. I'm not going to lie, Jesse. I think I know what it is. I think you know that your average-ass basketball self could go ball out in the Taiwan Basketball League, and you're jealous because you're watching some average-ass NBA players just go do it and fucking making history. And you know that you could probably go over there and drop a double-double yourself.
That, I don't even know what rabbit hole, magic hat, asshole that you pulled that out of, but it's outlandish.
It is, because I've seen you ball, and I've seen the people in Taiwan ball.
And what?
You're better than a lot of them. In your Tims. I've seen you playing Tims in my driveway, and you could beat half the motherfuckers that play in Taiwan. Stop underestimating yourself. You had a kid, get in shape, lose some weight, and you go over to Taiwan, and you could be a star.
They'll wrap me up.
Gone forever, Aaron Hernandez.
Never to be seen again.
I'll tell you what, man. This attitude's got to change. That mindset, you could be a star. Anyways, Philadelphia sweeps Brooklyn. What's up, Luke? Just want to say we'd love to see you. Love to have you.
Hello.
76ers sweep Brooklyn and officially advance. We said they were going to sweep them in 4. We didn't even talk about it last time. They swept them in 4. And, that was it. Do you have anything you want to say about this?
They weren't supposed to even be there.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell Brooklyn even got there, but they're gone now. We have the Los Angeles Lakers and okay, Tyler's going in his order. I'm following you. The Nuggets eliminate the Timberwolves and
eliminations first.
Got you. So the Nuggets eliminate the Timberwolves. They beat them 4 games to 1. Jamal Murray, absolute beast. MPJ, he was hitting every 3 he could hit, and Jokic was continuing to ball out. Like you said, Jesse, you have these guys going far, and if they continue to play how they've been playing, they'll go far.
Maybe. Just maybe.
Timberwolves only had Anthony Edwards, though.
If, they had another star whose name wasn't Rudy Gobert or Karl Anthony Towns, they could do something. But those two on the same court will never work.
No.
Will never work. They've wasted so much getting him.
No. It looks so bad now. It honestly looks better for Utah. Because Utah, let's keep in mind, they weren't even supposed to be nothing this year. And when they went into the All-Star break still in the playoff contention. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying that's 1 or 2 players away, like in the Sacramento boat, how they were, where you could be something. So I think that honestly might have helped out Utah more. But, I mean, the Nuggets, we think they're going to go far, and we know the Timberwolves aren't going anywhere. All right, next we have LeBron, 20-point performance, and then also, I have to talk about the fact that this man made the shot with no time left on the clock. But if there was even 0.8 more seconds in regulation, he would have hit a fucking half-court game winner against Memphis before they went into overtime. And that would have been insane because that shot did go in, ladies and gentlemen. It did go in. But he dropped 20 points, 20 rebounds in the most recent game. The only other Laker who was able to do that was Shaq. No surprise there. And the Lakers not only won to go up 3 games to 1 in the series, but LeBron dropped 22 points, 20 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 blocks.
Who do you look at around the league as you're studying and say, we're going to have to run through them?
Celtics.
No one in the West.
No, I'm fine in the West.
I'm going to find the clip of you saying you're fine in the West and play that right now. Are you still fine in the West? Down 3 games to 1 to the king of basketball? Yeah, wave the white flag.
I surrender. These young boys ain't got enough.
I thought it was a
I
parade
got
inside
you,
my
Jesse.
city, yeah?
They're coming back. They're winning Game 7, baby.
I thought it was a parade inside my city, yeah? What happened? Bro said what?
I just want you to know, Luke doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just getting ready to say the same thing about Tampa Bay.
They turned the lights on. That's what happened.
What'd you say?
I said they turned the lights on.
Oh, 100%. Lights were too bright for the Young Bucks.
Yeah, but no. I guess with some competent shooters around him, LeBron's going to do what LeBron's going to do.
LeBron is going to do what LeBron's going to do. You know what he's going to do what he's going to do? Jimmy Buckets. Because a lot of people did not expect the Heat to be in a 3-1 position over the Bucks right now.
You know what I can tell you did? Before this series even started, Ryan Bookout has been screaming Heat in 5. Before Game 1 ever even started, been preaching Heat in 5.
Really?
And I called him a fool. Then I told him they just got lucky. Then I told him Giannis got hurt. And now I'm telling him it might just happen.
This man might just be correct because Jimmy Buckets exploded for 56 points, as it said on the headline. He also had 9 rebounds, shot 68% from the field goal. And these boys in Miami are going crazy. But every time they take 2 steps forward, it's not a step back, but it's just a shot in the gut. Boom! Jimmy Butler goes crazy, and they're going into the playoffs. What comes with that? Tyler Hero breaks his hand. Jimmy Butler drops 56 points. They got a 3-1 lead. What comes with that? Well, now Victor Oladipo has knee surgery, and he's out for the rest of the year. Your 2 other key players outside of Bam are now gone.
What did we see him do in Philly?
We saw him put the team on his goddamn back.
All the way to the conference, putting the team he's capable of getting.
I saw him go to the finals with basically just him and Bam and Hero. Okay? Hero's gone, but you need somebody. I can't believe I'm even saying it. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but Kyle Lowry has played 2019 finals.
Come on, Kyle Lowry!
If he can pull that shit right out, then maybe Miami does have a shot to go far. But Jimmy Buckets just needs to keep playing the way he's playing. This man could not miss a shot in the 4th quarter, and it was unbelievable. Another thing is the Hawks won. The Hawks on a game-winning shot to not get swept, or not to, my bad, to not lose in Game 5 in Boston. Ever since they called Trae Young the most overrated player in NBA, back-to-back games, he's going to remind everybody that he's not overrated, and then he's going to choke in Game 7.
It needs to be known that DeJounte Murray was out.
He was suspended, so Trae did put the team on his back. He hit the game-winning shot with 1 second left, step back 3, and I'm not gonna lie, he was cold.
All right, let's be honest here. That was a dumb idea by Trae Young.
Oh, the shot.
It was not even a step back 3. This man took a 35-foot shot from damn near the logo.
Yeah, that was a Curry 3.
That was fucking like, you know how much shit he would have gotten if he didn't drain that?
Or if he would have, like, airballed it.
Plus, they weren't even down by 3.
He had the space.
He didn't have to do that, but fuck, 35-footer is not, like, the ideal location when you have 4 seconds on the clock still.
No,
but I digress.
And Tyler, I also want to know that me and Jesse still don't have Trae Young getting out of this round. We have Boston. So.
Oh, no, I do. I get it. I'm just saying that shit was insane. He has the permission to just do that.
I think that it was one of those things that everybody was going, no, what are you Oh, thank God. Like,
he's got the green light for all shots he thinks he should take.
Yeah, in his own head. He's like Ja when he comes to when he gets the ball. No, he's like Ja when he sees an open lane and he's like, I can dunk over anybody. Yes. He can't, okay? He can't jump over LeBron James.
You want the team in John Collins' hands? He's
John
a
Collins.
nice
I'm talking
guy.
about John Morant.
I know who you're talking about. We're talking about the fact of what team? We're not talking about the Grizzlies. No, we're not. That's not who we're talking about.
Hawks.
Exactly.
Thank you. I was about to.
John Collins. I'm saying you don't need you. That's not your number one guy. obviously Trae Young is the number one guy. And who tells the number one guy when to shoot and when not to shoot? He got the green light for everything.
Right. I'm saying he's like, that's how Ja is in his head. If Ja thinks he has a lane, he'll immediately give himself the green light and take it.
Yeah.
If Trae thinks he has a shot, it's like Curry. He'll immediately give himself the green light and shoot it. I don't think it's a bad thing, but it can be a bad thing. But
if you're off the night,
yeah, it could be a bad thing. But next series that we have is, God, I just know Luke's gonna pop in here and be fucking obnoxious. Phoenix Suns beat the Clippers 4-1. Suns advance. Devin Booker drops 47 points to surpass Charles Barkley for the most 40-point playoff games in Phoenix Suns history. Go ahead.
I can see the Clippers in 7. Suns in 5, damn it! Yeah! It's bright as fucking here! The sun's out shining, it's beaming, and advancing.
You know what's scary? KD didn't even ball out. KD's waiting. He's waiting until when he has to cook.
He's waiting for CP3 to shut down a tiny bit.
So he can put his foot on the line.
His big
foot
ass
was on the line.
Big ass toe, bro. My God.
man. So, am I wrong, or does Phoenix play the winner of the Nuggets series?
No, Phoenix plays the Nuggets.
Yep. And we're going to take them down too, motherfuckers.
It's the team you have going to the conference championship against Luke. So this should be interesting. It had to be me last year with the Mavericks. So now it's this year with you.
I'm mad because this is like this in hockey too. We couldn't just agree.
No, we could not. Because you didn't want to agree with me with the Suns.
Sorry. I don't.
And what have we seen recently with some top teams, the number ones and twos?
To watch KD
They're falling!
Win a ring the fucking same year. And Chris Paul be on that team. And Devin Booker, who plays not enough defense, but just because he drops 35 plus, it's okay.
He plays enough offense, though, and that's okay. In basketball, offense wins championships.
He's not wrong. I hate to agree with Luke on this one, but that's kind of been LeBron's MO. I don't really need to play defense if the second I get the ball, I go down and dunk on your head. You know, it's fucked, but
that's not true because the only way
it's just advanced defense.
They need some defense because outscoring them is difficult.
Now, do you need defense to win games? Yes.
You need defense to win championships.
But you know who wins the game at the end of the day, Jesse? The team with more points. And how do you get more points? Offense.
How you stop going in? Defense.
What Dylan just said.
I'm kind of on Dylan's side. You have more points than them. I mean, you're winning the game, right?
But if you stop them from getting more points, they can't get more points again.
Yeah, but if they get a 2 and then I get a 3, I'm winning.
See, that's a great point. You don't have to play defense. You can just play extra offense. It's fucked.
Yes, extra offense.
Exactly. It's just more advanced defense, if you really think about it.
It makes no sense, but yet at the same time, all the sense at the same time.
You're defending your lead by scoring more points.
Exactly. That's how basketball works. Next series. The Warriors have tied it up. Oh, God, I just realized Tyler's going to be in the same shit Luke was on. Warriors tied the series 2-2. Steph Curry came back with a 32-point performance. Harrison Barnes missed a game-winning 3 that would have won the game.
You know why he was taking that shot?
No? Do you know why he was taking that shot?
Because bitch boy has a broken finger.
Yeah, because Gary Fox couldn't feel comfortable enough to pull that thing with the game on the line to go 3-1 against the Golden State Warriors. His finger hurt too much.
What a bitch, bro. I'm sorry.
And then to add on to that, Where the fuck is Sabonis, who we just traded for? Get open. Ball should be in one of
He's standing under the rim going like, hey,
Harrison.
we need a three. You dumbass.
Ridiculous.
Okay.
Way to end such a beautiful game.
My comments on the Golden State series here.
He's got a rebuttal.
Warriors in 7.
He's got a fucking rebuttal. I knew he was
Not
going
the
to say
Kings
that.
getting sent home in front of the home crowd.
I think this series is going to 7.
I feel like if it goes 7, we're not seeing the Warriors in the next round. I will.
Why do you think that though?
Just because
the Warriors can't win at home.
I know what you meant.
We both know what he meant.
But the Warriors just haven't clicked it
When they're not at home.
We know what you meant.
Both these teams.
I needed to do that for me.
Both these teams play so good at home. So good at home.
Correct.
That I feel like whoever's home's winning.
Here's what's gonna happen though.
Give
The
it to
Kings are gonna be so comfortable going into Game 7 that the Warriors are so shit on the road. They'll be like, "Oh, we got this in the bag," and then they're just gonna get sucker punched in the mouth when they lose at home.
It's very possible. You know,
if De'Aaron Fox can't give 45 points, they will not win this series. But if he can buddy tape them,
that's all I gotta say.
And go out and hoop at least 88%, they got a chance. But with that Fox injury, it's just a broken finger. But at the same time, it's a broken finger in a sport where you flick it off your finger.
Yeah, and it's scary to think that those 3 players, Poole, Clay, and Steph, they just have one game where they're all feeling themselves, and it's not fair. Final series that we have to talk about real quick because I just realized I didn't put it in here is it's 3-1.
I got one more thing.
Okay.
I have a live look in at Jesse's brain when he thinks about the Sacramento Kings beating the Golden State Warriors.
Who do you look at around the league as you're studying and say, we're going to have to run through them?
Celtics.
No one in the West.
No. I'm fine in the West.
He's never fine, but he swears he's fine.
I don't care what sport it is. I'm saying forever now. I'm fine in the West.
Hey, when the Warriors win the next game at Sacramento and then come home to win it 4-2, all will be right in my way.
We'll see. Final series that we have to talk about.
Warriors finna win their home. Then Game 7 gonna be its own game. It just happens to be in Sacramento's home, which is why I'm going.
That game, if it does hit Game 7, we all know that's going to be a fucking game. But final series, we have
sick.
New York and Cleveland. We have the king of New York right now, Jalen Brunson, who right now is just running the fucking Knicks. I'm not going to lie. I was preaching about how
Jalen Brunson cannot run a team to the.
Listen. You know who woke up? Julius Randle woke the fuck up.
Jalen Brunson's leading that team.
No, he is. No. I am agreeing with that. But what I'm saying is that Jalen Brunson was putting up 35 points per game the first 2 games, and Julius Randle couldn't even fucking shoot 40%.
Yeah, no, he did play trash.
Julius Randle is now.
Yeah, I put a same game parlay on one of those Knicks games, and I had Julius Randle to get 20+ points, and I checked it in the third quarter with 5 minutes left, and he had 4 points.
Right, exactly. So they were literally non-existent. So the fact that they're now helping him, and that everyone's just honestly hitting the shots that they have to take. Obi's been playing really well. Everyone, honestly, the role players, is similar to last year's postseason, where the role players in New York are stepping up. What?
Cleveland is choking because Donovan Mitchell and the Utah curse has followed him.
You think that's what it is? You think the curse is staying on Mitchell?
Nah, I just think the Knicks have better defense.
Nah, because you got to understand that defense really don't mean shit in this game.
I'm not doing this again. If you're
Because
gonna
I'm just
sit
saying,
here,
bro,
if you're
Cleveland's
gonna sit
playing
here and
good,
try
but at
and
the same
tell
time,
me,
Brunson is scoring
give me a minute,
so
give me a minute.
much.
Can I get a
All right,
second?
I'll zip it.
Just hear me out. Just hear me out. You can't sit here and tell me the Knicks don't have the lowest scoring games all fucking season because of how good defense they play, and that is why they can barely even get points up. You have to score like.
Hey, Jesse.
It's hard to score points in the
Jesse.
Garden.
Hey, wait. Time out. I got something now. Jesse, you can't tell me the Knicks aren't scoring more points than the other team.
In every single one.
Because they have more offense.
Or maybe it's that it's so hard for opponents to score against them in Madison Square Garden, and then when they're playing on the road, it's so hard because their offense is so much better.
Listen, I get it. You're all a bunch of offensive coordinators, and I'm just sitting here letting defense going, we matter too. But it's fine. It's fine. A Michigan coaster? Why is that even
Well, I was gonna say,
what is going on?
Who is repping Michigan?
But that's basketball. And now that Luke is out of the shower, clean and ready to go, we can hit you with the NHL playoff update.
Alrighty, it is playoff hockey, and it is getting deep into it. We could have had a series ender. You know, it could have happened yesterday, but you know what? The Hurricanes suck and can't close out a series. Nope. Anywho, we're going to be starting. What are we going with? Which
Tyler, hit him with a headline.
All right.
Baby, that's a good headline. Sorry.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Woo! They finally could come back because they got shat on by Boston that one year in that game. Woo! Good storyline.
What happened?
Woo-hoo.
3-goal comeback.
Well, Tampa Bay let the last two games slip out right from underneath their fingers. Last game was worse than the game before that because the game before that one, they had only a 1-goal lead and let them tie it up in under a minute. And then next, they go into overtime and lose. And then this time they had a 3-goal lead. And
Suck it, Jesse. Sorry.
I mean, the Stars on Toronto and the Toronto team were playing like absolute garbage until the final half period of the third period, where they turned it up, and then it was just not pretty. And then Tampa Bay penalty, and I'm like, oh my god, this is ugly. Can't win games taking penalties. Stupid fucking penlies after stupid fucking penalties.
You can't do it.
Where's the garbage can? Come on. But anywho, I still believe. I think after the atrocity of the last two games, they're going to be coming out flying with a lot more determination. Their backs are against the wall. It's Toronto. They're also known for fucking choking. And, after the last two games, if they get that lead, I better not be seeing any flat feet on that ice, or I'm going to be breaking my TV in half. That's all I'm going to be saying about that.
I don't blame you. Hey, I know how Luke feels, but Tyler, Jesse, how do you guys feel about this? Like, in terms of, do you think Tampa's going to get eliminated, or do you think they're going to come back?
Well, I mean, if you want my honest opinion, if there's a way to go look at my bracket, you'll see that I have Toronto beating Tampa in the first round.
Okay, so you think this is the end?
I just think that all good things come to an end.
Okay.
And sometimes, even the Cubs won a World Series.
Right, because I honestly still think Tampa Bay is going to come.
Doesn't mean they're winning the Cup. I don't have them winning the Cup, but
right.
Even the Cubs won a World Series is kind of just my point here.
I feel you.
I like this, but I still got Tampa coming out. That's what I said at the beginning, so I'll stick on it.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's weird, but I still think the most Toronto thing they could do in this position is have Tampa right by the balls and then choke.
Hey,
I think that'd be the most Toronto thing possible. Yeah, I'm not ruling that out at all.
Both Florida teams are struggling right now, being down 3-1. And if we gotta sacrifice some kiddies, aka the Panthers, to Boston, for Tampa Bay to thrive, I'll do it. Screw it. I'll take Boston advancing, but can't take Tampa.
Hey now, we're still fighting, baby.
Hey, we won a home game.
They did win it, and if I'm correct, they have a fun fact about this the series right here. The Kraken have scored the first goal in every single game in the series. The Avalanche have been climbing up hills to win their games every single game. They almost climbed back to win this one, but they lost in overtime after the Kraken took a 2-0 lead in the first period, I believe it was. And I don't know what's up with the Kraken. They start out hot at the start of the game, then they go cold, and then they let the Avs get back into it. But also a big factor into the game tonight that's going to be playing at 9:30 against the Kraken and Avs. Makar is suspended for a game. He
That
won't
shit
be
was
playing
fucked
this
up.
game. He absolutely an unnecessary interference call.
Dylan.
He shot the puck, skated into the corner.
The puck was
followed him,
literally
and
in the fucking crowd, Dylan.
There was no need for that. I was sitting there like, why?
The way that you were wording it, I was like, is Dylan saying this shouldn't have been a penalty?
No. I was saying like,
yes, it should have been a penalty.
It was so unnecessary. I was like, bro,
he was just simply mad.
Makar was pissed off, and he said, "You know what? I'm gonna hit Eberle." Eberle, I don't think returned to the game at all.
No, he didn't come back.
Makar is now not returning to Game 5.
Good, as he should, or should.
Which that could be a huge advantage to the Kraken, especially since they they start out hot and usually get the first goal in every game. But I know
this isn't like the same thing, but like, isn't this like kind of like if you were a Colorado fan, is this not like pretty reminiscent of like when Cromwell got suspended?
Yeah,
like, it's not nearly the same thing, but like Avs fans got to be like, oh, this is fucking stupid. I can't believe they suspended.
Oh yeah, I get what you mean.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like
looking at it from an outside perspective as a Wings fan, I mean, yeah, he should be suspended. But like,
didn't he?
If you're a Colorado fan, do you think he should have been suspended, or like he already got the penalty? Right?
In my opinion, they're way too different plays. Because one,
that's also true.
The puck wasn't even near Eberle, and he just decided to smoke him. The Cromwell hit, the puck was coming past him, and then he decided to take that hit because he was trying to time it, and it's just
I was just trying to draw a similarity. That's the only one I could come up with.
didn't Kale?
Pretty much only because he got suspended.
Didn't he just win the Calder? So this is a fucking top
last
tier player.
Year, yeah, didn't
not
he?
just defenseman. This is a top tier player that they're losing.
He is one of the top.
Did he win it this year?
No, last year.
Yeah, I was gonna say I knew he won it last year.
Yeah, bro, he's a top tier player.
I mean, that being said, the Avs still got dogs on their team.
Yeah,
regardless
sadly,
about them, but
they do.
They have not.
All I'm saying is vantage point Kraken.
And if you want the similarity,
baby.
This is actually almost like Tampa Bay last year, because after winning the Cup, they come in here, and I don't know if you recall from last year, they would always go down at the start of games by a goal, 2 goals, possibly 3, and have to climb and fight the rest of the game to get the game even and take the win. Almost every single game. This is almost scarily, eerily similar to that type of play from last year from Tampa.
I hate that then, because that means they're going to win. So can we stop that?
That did get into the Cup, but then they lost to that.
Hey, don't look now. Kraken are plus 162 on the money line tonight.
That's because
they're away. Trigger.
I actually have a 1-game parlay with the
also
Avs
winning 1-0.
I have a 1-game parlay with the Avs winning it coming from behind because they can't get the first goal in the game.
Oh, and Jesse, the Knicks are currently scoring more points than the Cavaliers after the first quarter. 33-26. Not a very defensive first quarter, if you ask me.
Also a little. I'm gonna add to that. Let me add to that live update with the Panthers getting the first goal against Boston.
I already said that.
And
sorry.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, sorry. I didn't say it very loud.
Not a very.
But yeah, no. Hey, Florida's got more points than Boston. That's not because of their defense. It's because of their offense.
Actually, I was just checking their goal to see if
not a
from
very
a defenseman. That would have been funny.
Listen here, San Diego Chargers. All right, Los Angeles Chargers. That's why you couldn't do anything because you got no defense.
Yeah, but what happened? What happened when those teams came back on the Chargers? Their offense did nothing.
Because they did everything for you.
Defense stopped The defense was doing that shit all year. The offense knew what had to be done. They knew if they wanted to win, they had to get more points than the other team, and they didn't. Let's talk about Vegas.
Let's talk about Vegas because they have a 3-1 series lead over Winnipeg. Winnipeg opened up the series on a hot start. They were fighting, they were grinding, but Vegas just keeps grinding and grinding and grinding, getting these dubs. They have
in their
3
glitter
wins.
jerseys, baby.
Yes. Ever since they lost the first game, they're on a 3-game win streak to take this 3-1 series lead. Then they play tomorrow to possibly close it out, and that's almost sad because if they win tomorrow, they almost could have had a sweep if they didn't fucking lose game 1 and get shit on by.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's not just pretend like they just lost game 1. They got pooped on game 1, and ever since that happened, it's been that's not happening again. This is Winnipeg Jets we're playing here, boys. Come on, let's figure it out.
Yep, with the 5-2 win on game 2, then a 5-4 double overtime win in game 3, and a 4-2 dub Monday. Yeah,
I only have one thing to say.
I thought we were going to see a good series, but never mind.
Winnipeg in 7. Let's go, Jets.
That is
no way.
funny.
What?
No, sir.
Dude, not even their whiteout at home is helping them.
Switch up now. I'm not going to be like Jesse and wave my white envelope. Fucking Jets in 7. Fuck it.
All right, Knights in 5.
Emphasis on the fuck it.
Lock
for
sure.
On my bracket, I'm riding it until it's broken. Okay, the first series that's wrong, then it's all out the window. But right now we're in pace.
Yes, but the next series we're talking about is the Islanders and the Hurricanes. The Islanders fought their lives off in Game 5. They almost let a comeback come up last time or yesterday and lose the series, but they fought it off, took the 3-2 dub. I was looking at BetMGM. I was like, oh, Islanders are up 3-1. There's still a lot of hockey left to play. Do I sprinkle on Carolina comeback at 650? I did, but they didn't do it. They were 1 goal away, and it was big time sadness for me because I was like, damn, that was a juicy lay with only 2 legs because they're plus 650 money line.
Damn.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
That hurts.
It would have been nice. Keyword, woulda.
Do we all have the Canes winning this series? Does anyone not have the Canes winning the series?
Dude, I had them sweeping, bro.
I'm almost positive I have them winning.
Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure we're on the same page.
I'm also generally shocked. We're not going to have a first round sweep this year.
Yeah, no sweeps.
There's
I was
usually
surprised
one.
by when I looked at that too. I was like, damn, we already have 2 or 3 eliminations for basketball. We don't even have 1 for hockey. These are some good series.
It's because hockey has the greatest playoffs in sports.
Elimination games are coming up now faster than ever, especially in this period of time in round 1.
Oh, hell yeah.
But, the Canes have the Islanders have been fighting their ass off. This is actually a good series. They've been eliminating the Hurricanes offense. They're doing what the Islanders do, keep it low scoring, and then muck away and grind for the dub. And that's what they keep doing.
They're grinding, bro.
They really are.
They're grinding.
Honestly, they how they play and how the series has been going, they could easily kind of come back in here and kind of force a Game 7. But the Carolina is still pretty. They got dogs on their team. They're still a pretty big problem. But if they can keep their offense at a standstill like they've been doing all series, because this has been, I think, one of the lower scoring series out of all of them.
I would confirm. I have Carolina in 6.
Okay. I think I had them 7, if I'm being honest, but.
I don't think the Islanders are going to do it. I had Carolina in 4. Obviously, that's not happening. But looks like we're that's all we really got for that series because Carolina's probably going to win the next game. And
yes, sir.
Be that.
No, I'm taking the Islanders.
Oh, you just want to be different.
No, I'm just sticking to my bracket. That's what I'm doing.
Well, then I immediately respect it.
Well, anywho, We got, I believe, the Dallas series up next against Minnesota. And this has been another good series to watch.
I like
The
this series.
Stars and Wild keep going back and forth. I mean, there's only been 2 ultimately close games. The other 2, they just kind of been like more pooping on each other. But I mean, it's going back and forth. And this is one of the series I think might pop off for a Game 7.
These two teams seem so similar to me. I feel like I'm watching the same team versus each other on the ice. That's how I feel when I watch these two compete.
I feel very similar to the way Dylan feels. They play the same style of hockey.
Correct.
They do. And they keep, let's see, what is it? Yeah, no, they keep alternating wins and losses right now. But
this is a series I expect to go 7.
Actually, no, that's a lie, because the Stars
so
won the last 2 games.
It's like when you have 2 fighters in the UFC and they have the same height, same length, same reach, same everything. And you're like, okay, this is going to be an even fight. That's how I feel when I watch Dallas and Minnesota.
But I mean, the Stars have an opportunity to clinch out on Friday and close the series. But Wild are definitely gonna have something to say about that.
All right, next one we got is probably one of my favorite series so far, and I'm kind of upset that I never am up when the games are on to watch it.
Right. I mean, the Kings could be in the Oilers' position. Fuller
said the Dallas and Minnesota series has me on the edge of every game, and I'm scared.
He's just straight up himself on edge.
But this Kings and Oilers, this has probably been one of the top best series in round 1. Both teams are just absolutely playing their heart out. I mean, the Oilers they stay dominant at home, but they lost Game 1 at home, but at the same time, this is just 2 great offenses just kind of going at it neck and neck. The Kings let Game 4 slip away from their fingers. Pretty sure the Oilers tied it up with under a minute to force overtime in there, and then they stole it in overtime. But then they had a dominating outing in Game 5 to win that 6-3, and they kind of just punt. They gave the Kings a good old sucker punch straight to the face. Basically.
I know we've been joking about all offense and no defense, like with Jesse, but these 2 teams, in my opinion,
are all offense.
All offense.
You're correct.
No defense. Yeah, when I
quite literally.
The Kings, most games I remember them having in regular season. It was like, oh, they won 6-4, or they won 7-5, like games like that. And Oilers,
Dylan, what did they talk about all year on the NHL Network and ESPN? How many fucking points Connor McDavid has? Exactly. They didn't talk about how the goalie has a 94 save percentage, or about how the fucking defense has been through the roof for the Oilers. They talked about how many fucking 100%. Points McDavid had.
Exactly.
And that's why they're winning so many games.
And I didn't see them talking about any of the goaltending over on LA's side as well. So both these teams are just like all offense, in my opinion. And that's why you're going to get such high-scoring games. Somebody's banging on something. Just want to point that out to one of the 3 of you.
Hey, dinner's almost ready.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could easily see this series go into Game 7 because, it just seems like it's just keep constantly flip-flopping which teams kind of offense is taking over and dominating.
I took the Oilers in my bracket, but if this goes to a Game 7, I have the Kings winning in overtime.
Okay, Tyler, I feel like you'll agree with me when I
say do.
I feel like you'll agree with me when I say
True, they are.
You'll take the Oilers before you get into the playoffs, and then you'll get into the playoffs and watch them and be like, I don't know why I took them.
Dude, I had the Oilers making it all the way to the Cup playing the Rangers.
And I have them going that far too, and I watch them every year, and I'm like, why do I do this? I don't think they're getting out of the first round.
Both those
you have
teams have
Oilers
their
and
own
Carolina
problems.
in the final?
I got Oilers and Rangers.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, when did you give up on Carolina?
You have Oilers? I have the Devils winning it all.
You made a whole
Rangers.
yeah.
I'm like, wait, what? All right, let's talk about that. That series.
The most pitiful series of all of this year's playoffs, because the Devils the Rangers come out and in Game 1 and 2 and absolutely dominate, scoring 5 goals in both, and then they only get 2 goals at both home games for them. The series is tied. The Devils can barely fucking score either, so that doesn't help at all. But at the same time, both teams are playing like shit. They both look bad. I mean, I guess you can't really say that because the Rangers look good when they're on the road.
The
But I mean,
Rangers got a good
especially
goalie,
after that
though.
drive. They
Eagle is
do.
a good goalie.
They have an unreal offense too, but that decided to turn into ghosts the last 2 games of the playoffs at home. But so
Nothing
far,
like keeping the fans happy, eh? There we go.
exactly. So far, every game this series, the loser of the games have only scored 1 goal. That's kind of pitiful. There's really nothing more to say about this. We might see a game 7 in this just because both teams
Just because it's getting so ugly.
It's just so bad. And the Rangers are going to have to really figure it the fuck out for round 2 because this shit's not going to fly.
What up, Jesse?
I mean,
So don't these guys know each other a little too well?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it's not even that.
That's
It's
what-
just
that's
they're
what every
playing
season-
shit hockey.
What?
The Red River
But
rivalry.
if you watch the Rangers and Devils series and then you go watch any one of these other series, it's not as good.
Yeah.
It's different hockey, man.
It's just bad hockey. And the Bruins,
who are currently playing right now and also
are.
losing.
I mean, they're kind of going back and forth with the Panthers. Panthers were kind of showing out, and then game 4 hit, and they just absolutely stomped on the Panthers to take a 3-1 series lead. But you know, the Panthers, they still got some dogs in them. They're not doing what I expected exactly. They do. They got some Panthers, but we have to sacrifice them for the Bullets to make it. But you know, they're up 1-0. Let's hopefully they can add to that right now in their current game 5. They can make this a 3-2 and possibly force a game 7 after winning game 6. But other than that, it's really looking good for the Bruins. They are looking pretty good this first round of playoffs.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good this year,
Yeah.
I would say. Not a bad year for Boston, eh?
Yeah, not a bad year.
12 losses. They're looking all right.
Yeah, they could, in my opinion, they could honestly easily make it to the conference finals just for the fact of their route there.
Serious.
Because they're playing the Panthers and they either play Tampa or the Leafs.
If it's the Leafs again, bro, fuck that shit. Because it's going to be
every
Boston
team.
4.
I'm a Tampa fan, but all 3 of those teams have some fraudulent aspects
Luke,
about them that's making
I can't believe I'm asking you to do this, but I need your Bolts to fucking win because
I do
the
too.
only chance in my head right now.
Okay, hold up.
Boston
What did I
losing
tell
Tampa.
you? The reason why I said the Bolts were not going to be winning the cup this year. Their defensive struggles this year has been drastic. And I said that was going to bite them in the ass this playoffs. And what has it done the last 2 fucking games?
Yeah, it just went away, bro. The defense just went
I don't
away.
know why. It really makes no sense. They really shouldn't be like that bad defensively and have that bad of defensive breakdowns, but it just keeps happening. It's been happening all season long.
The penalties
and now
don't
it's
help.
happening in this series against the Leafs. They really don't. But you know, the refs have just been decently bad across this entire playoffs. So,
I was gonna say it isn't even just that series. It's just been all over. But you know what that means. Next time we come to this podcast, pretty sure every single one of these series should be done with, and we should be on to round 2. So we'll see what happens. It's best we got some game 7s.
We should, right? Let's see.
There's a couple 3-1 series that if they go to game 7, I think.
Yeah, no. Even if all these series go to game 7, it'll be over before Wednesday.
Okay, perfect. So that means that we should have all of the NBA, NHL playoff news coming to you next week, along with any other puck or baseball or UFC that we have to do. Also, we have another little teaser for you. Let's just say there's some big news next podcast that we got to break down in the world of the NFL, and it involves quarterbacks. That's all I'm going to give you. But if you want to check out the social medias, you can go over to Instagram at RideTheTide586. You can go over to Twitter at RideTheTide586. You can go over to YouTube at Ride the Tide Sports Podcast. You can go over to Twitter or Twitch at Ride the Tide Sports Podcast. If you want to check out some Six-Pack Coverage podcast, or you want to get some Six-Pack Coverage merchandise, you can check out sixpackcoverage.com. If you want to bet on all the playoffs that's currently going on, make sure you download the Sharps app over on the App Store and get betting immediately. All the boys will be joining you next Wednesday. Have a great night. I'm McGilly. Peace!